The thing about Vinny is that he's an empath. He felt what Iron Man was feeling in that moment. He still hasn't watched Endgame because he's gonna feel Iron Man dying.
I'm an empath, but only for Iron Man.
It's gonna be too
and when
much.
he comes back as Dr. Doom, I'm gonna get so evil.
Oh yeah, this guy's gonna kill millions.
You're gonna be like, this guy makes great points, actually.
This is an outgoing transmission to any and all who remain amongst the living. Mayday, Mayday. The skies have fallen, flames engulf the forest, and the seas have completely dried. The end of days is upon us. I have taken refuge in the back room of what used to be a Dick's Sporting Goods store in Gnawbone, Indiana. I've nailed the door shut and begun carving a spear from an old baseball bat. Those creatures, perhaps otherworldly, are banging at the door. Desperate to consume my flesh, I suppose. They moan ancient incantations such as, he forgot to take his medication again, and call the cops. Seriously, I think I heard him say something about a weapon. No matter though, my heart is true and God's spirit will sear their flesh through my blessed hands. If you're hearing this, find shelter at once. The eternal night is upon us and the sun may not rise again. Once safe, sit back, relax, and enjoy episode 9 of the Sewerboys Podcast. I'm your host, Vinny. Matt snagged his nuts on a rusty nail and had to go get a tetanus shot, so he can't be with us today. We hope he returns soon. Here's your other host, Tucker.
As you were reading that, I just remembered that I have a story to tell.
Okay. And of course, live from the Aokigahara Forest, Jake.
I think I see a dead body over here. Episode 10, I'm going to apologize.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if anyone would get that reference.
Yeah.
All right. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Now you might notice something's a little different today.
Maybe if you're watching
us on YouTube, if you're on the audio, hello.
If you're on Spotify, everything's the same as it is.
Nothing has changed ever, and everything will be the same forever. But if you're looking at the video, maybe something has changed. But yeah, we have a set now. Isn't that cool?
Yep.
What's your story? You have a story?
Actually, I want to tell you about my dream.
You have a dream.
I had a dream.
Martin Luther King style.
Even a Martin Luther King.
Tuesday night, I'm dead asleep.
Yeah.
And I'm in my dream. It's Vinny and I, Manny Santos from Degrassi, Emma Nelson from Degrassi, and Kimmy Gibbler.
Oh, shit.
In a coffee shop.
And did Kimmy have her toes out or no?
She did not have her toes out.
Okay, just checking.
But we see a little flyer on the table at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And it says auditions for Nickelodeon sitcom.
Okay.
We all look at each other. We have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to New York. Somehow we end up in a theater in New York City. The room is full of like-minded individuals.
What does that mean?
We're all thinking the same thing. We got to get this part on the Nickelodeon sitcom.
Oh, of course.
And the story's about to end.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I didn't get to where we auditioned.
Yeah.
You were about to audition and I woke up.
Oh.
But I did get to see Kimmy's audition.
Yeah, not good, huh?
Well, she was wearing a fuck-ass outfit.
Well, she was. She wasn't.
She was.
Yeah.
She was. And she came out crying because they were like, nobody liked my outfit. And she had a sweater with ducks embroidered all over it.
Yeah.
But I'm getting ready to go up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wake up. And the first thought I have is, oh my God, I'm in my underwear and I'm not in New York City and I have an audition to get to. This is the real nightmare. And it took me about 10 minutes to get out of that state. I was really worried about getting the Nickelodeon audition.
And this is a real dream that you had?
This is a real dream I had Tuesday night.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Our dreams, what do you think dreams mean? What do you think that means? What does that represent?
I think it's insecurities.
Oh, yeah.
And fears.
Oh, interesting.
That is
Primal
true.
Fears.
Most of my dreams are that somebody's mad at me.
Most of my dreams are somebody I love is dying.
I had a recurring dream
Jake.
In October and November, and it stopped after I read a dream book and I learned what it meant. I had this dream several times that I would like walk down my stairs and the door, the front door would be wide open.
Oh no.
And all the furniture would be rearranged.
Mm.
And that's where I would end. But then I put my foot down on it after I had probably the scariest version of that dream possible.
Uh-huh.
I go down the stairs, the door is wide open, and the furniture is rearranged. And then I turn back around, and there's just this man, and he does like a FNAF jump scare at me.
Oh, God.
And that's when I woke up. So ever since then, I'm constantly late to work because I'm locking and relocking my doors. I'm like Sheldon Cooper in this bitch.
Oh my God.
Did you so you found out what the dream meant?
Yeah, what does it mean?
Yeah, it just means that I'm afraid of someone coming to my house.
That's valid. That's valid.
Yeah, you had a dream about somebody coming in your house. It means you're afraid of somebody coming
Wow,
in.
it turns out I'm afraid of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I have a primal fear that someone's coming into my house and
Jake
scaring me.
Jake in the library trying to find a dream book, trying to understand what it means.
I'm walking into the library in a cold sweat.
Finally, I've unlocked the secret of my dream.
What's going on? What's going
disheveled.
on?
I'm afraid of somebody being in my house. Librarian.
I'm banned from all the libraries in my area.
I'm banned for a different reason.
Jerking off in the library.
You're spewing liquid into the books.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You're like the ghost lady at the beginning of Ghostbusters, but you're real.
Oh, she was so scary to me.
Yeah, she is scary.
Yeah. Dan Aykroyd was like, ah.
Yeah. And then he got hit by a ghost.
That's true. That's true. It's crazy that the Ghostbusters are woke now.
I know, it sucks.
Yeah. And they shoot it all on green screens.
Yes.
How do you guys feel about them bringing Harold Ramis back for Afterlife, even though he
I
was
think that's
dead?
cool. Who cares?
I was not expecting that immediate response.
I respect
Did
your...
the family like give permission?
I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
his son
Who gives a
directed it,
fuck?
right?
No, the original director's son directed
Oh,
it.
got you. Well, he was friends with old Harold, Big H.
I say as
That's
long
what
as
I
the
call it.
family gave permission for it, who cares? Who cares what
I
you
will
or
say,
I
though,
think? We didn't know him.
I'm pretty sure Harold Ramis was fat in his old age,
Yeah,
but they put his ghost on Ozempic.
they did.
Well,
they
you
did.
never want to show what they look like. It's like I imagine that if ghosts are real and the afterlife is real, you're in whatever form you want to be in.
Got you.
I'm gonna be
And
a
Harold
elephant.
Ramis didn't want to be fat anymore.
Harold Ramis' one wish was to not be fat when he got to heaven.
He saw an advanced screening of The Whale and he was like, "Fuck, dude, I need to go."
There's not enough time in this life to lose the weight, but hopefully in the next one.
Hopefully, in the next Ghostbusters, they can help me.
Oh, imagine if ghosts could act in movies.
Well, they can. Haven't you seen what's the movie? 3 Men and a
Three
Baby.
Men and a
And
Baby. There's a ghost.
there's a dead
back
guy.
there.
There's
It's
a ghost
definitely not
in
a
there?
cardboard cutout. It's a ghost.
Oh, it's like the where the
Wizard
they're
of
like
Oz.
Wizard of Oz, and there's a little baby hanging in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
say the
wasn't a
actual
baby,
word
It
though.
was a little person.
Yeah. If I made movies, I would.
Don't mention
I don't know what the fuck you're gonna say, but I don't like it.
I would put fake dead people in the background, just this, like it would be like a rom com.
Yeah.
It'd be like
You do creepypastas in your
yeah.
movie.
Well, somebody's got to generate new creepypastas. There's no new ones, you know.
Yeah.
I think they should make a fake reality TV show that takes place in Oz and call it Little Munchkin Big Oz.
Nobody's writing this down. The papers are dry. The ink is, fresh.
Imagine a world where it was a show about like little people, but the world is big. But they all came from a specific land.
Got you. On that note, I think that the TLC network has set back multiple minority groups back generations.
Yeah, for sure.
Like fat people, little people.
People who have 8 kids.
Yeah. I didn't know I was pregnant people.
Yeah, people with Tourette's.
Yeah. It's all fucked because of the TLC network.
But it turns out, I heard, so there's this girl who has Tourette's who has a new show.
Uh-huh.
And she's really popular. She was a TikTok star. And then she got a TV show on TLC, I think.
Charlie D'Amelio.
No. Charlie D'Amelio doesn't have Tourette's.
Yet.
I don't know if you can just like get it unless she gets boinked on the head.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think you have brain damage and get Tourette's.
Throw her at a wall, see what happens.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Is she still around? Does Charlie and Dixie?
She's still alive, I think.
Oh, cool.
No,
Yeah.
she passed away 3 days ago.
Oh fuck.
From fibula cancer. She can't dance anymore, man.
No, not her fibula.
She can't do it.
Charlie D'Amelio wheelchair arc.
She's dead.
Do you guys remember when you go to Walmart and there would be those vending machines that you could get slime out of when you were a child, and it was like in a beaker?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Well, it had a distinct smell, and then I smelled cum for the first time, and it smelled exactly like the Walmart beaker slime.
I actually
It
was talking
does
about
smell
Walmart.
the same.
I was talking about
Dead
Walmart
ass.
yesterday, and I kind of have an issue with them. Why don't they give me little smiley face stickers anymore?
Oh, that's facts. Bring that back.
Do they even give them to kids?
No, they don't have them anymore.
Where's the wonder? Where's the joy?
That's true. That is like, as you look, I feel like our society's become a lot more jaded.
Yeah.
Well,
I miss going to Walmart and getting a smiley sticker.
would love
This
a
is
little
hyper
sticker.
localized, but do you guys? I don't know if you guys had Giant Eagle when you were youngins, right?
I didn't.
When
You
we were
didn't?
youngins? No,
Yeah,
no.
I
I have
didn't.
Giant Eagle now.
Yeah, I mean when you were a little kid.
No,
I had Kroger.
no.
Oh,
And they
we-
used to
we-
give smiley face stickers too.
I had County Market.
Giant Eagle used to have a play area that you could drop your kids off
Oh,
while you
that's
shop.
so sick.
And my
That's
dad would
dope.
do that for me, and I would play like Sonic Adventure 2 and Super Mario 64, and I played like Scooby Doo.
wait, they had a game system
I
there?
had video games and like toys and shit.
Damn.
Whoa.
So
That's
every time my
dope.
dad would go grocery shopping, he would just put my ass in there and pick
you
me back
guys-
up.
There was a viral post recently about the new McDonald's Play Place, which is just like 2 big iPads. And people were like, this is so dystopian.
Yeah.
I gotta say, there's
Well,
no
it
way
is.
that's real.
No, I think it is real, actually.
Well, they basically have 6 big iPads when you walk into any McDonald's now.
That's true. That's true. Is that true?
Whether you want to play on it or not is up to you.
When's the last time you were inside of a McDonald's?
A few months ago.
That's crazy. I don't think I've been inside a McDonald's in
That is true.
years.
Whenever I go on like a road trip of any sort, I stop at McDonald's.
That's true.
I think
You
we
know
do
what I
need a.
miss?
Oh,
No,
sorry.
speak
Go
your
ahead.
piece. No, speak your piece.
I think we need a renaissance of going into fast food restaurants and sitting down to eat.
I miss
Yeah.
it. I think that you remember when Wendy's would have like the what is it? The atrium, the Wendy's atrium with like the curved glass.
No.
Oh, my Wendy's had an
Mm-hmm.
atrium with curved glass, and it would go down like a few stairs, and it would just be its own zone.
Mm-hmm.
It was so dope.
And like a Pizza Hut with the fun stained glass.
Dude, I miss Pizza Hut. Like, I miss being inside of a Pizza Hut.
My
Same.
Pizza Hut, like right next to my house, they started doing the buffet again, and I'm
No
curious.
fucking
That's
way.
so sick.
I would be down to hit up a pizza
I'm curious.
a cafe.
One
I
of
also
my,
live near a CC's, so I got 2 pizza buffets
Oh,
right next to me
let's
that I can
go.
walk
I don't-
to.
I don't think I've ever been to a CC's.
Oh man, I
CC's
went to a
rocks.
CC's one time, and I was like, you can just keep eating. Crazy.
Unlimited pizza.
And I got really sick.
One of my fondest memories, which is strange, is I saw Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, and then I went to Pizza Hut and had pizza afterwards with my dad. And that's it. But I just remember like being inside that Pizza Hut talking about Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith.
Got
and It
you.
was really lovely.
Oh, that's
I remember-
I had a similar experience. Anyone know what a Ponderosa is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
After seeing Peter Jackson's King Kong, we went to Ponderosa and did the
Hell yeah.
buffet, and that is such a key moment in my life because I was like, King Kong is so fucking cool, and I also have onion rings. It's so sick.
King Kong was dope, and now I'm gonna eat onion rings. I have a Ponderosa story. Do you guys remember the game Stacker? Like
Yeah.
you would go to like a gas station or a truck stop, and there would be the game where the blocks go
Yeah.
back and forth.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
You don't remember Stacker? It's like 3 blocks, and they slide back and forth, and you have to hit a button to stop them.
Yeah.
And then a new line of
Oh,
blocks.
okay.
And,
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then you have to stack them, and they go faster as they get to the
Yeah,
top.
yeah. I was
Wow.
thinking of physical objects.
No,
not like
no. It was
little
like a
video screen.
digital video screen. So here's the thing. they had one at Ponderosa's, and I went with my grandparents, and they let me play a few rounds because I fucking love a game, you know?
Yeah.
There's one thing about me, I love a game. But they had good prizes. They had an iPad and a Nintendo 3DS XL.
Let's go.
Damn.
And let me tell you.
How old were you?
You won a 3DS?
These are new.
I won a Nintendo 3DS XL.
No fucking way. That's so sick.
They're not that new. I was like 11.
A Nintendo 3DS?
No, we were older than that.
Yeah, we were like...
We
the
were in high
3DS was like
school.
2013, man. Or like 2011.
No. It was like 2011.
Yeah, we were in middle school, brother.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant, bitch.
I feel like it was late middle school though, or early high school.
Did the 2012?
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I was in
were
like the
in
8th
middle
grade.
Yeah, 8th grade. Yeah.
Well, I have a developmental disability, so
Yeah. That's
so
okay.
that was exciting for me. But yeah, also whenever King Kong is, I had a frequent experience where I would want to watch a movie that was too mature for me. And me and my grandma went to the movie gallery, which you had a movie gallery. Yeah, movie gallery. Shout out. It's like the knockoff Blockbuster for poor towns. But we went to movie gallery. We rented King Kong and we put it on. Too scary. Had to turn it off.
That makes
I
sense.
love that.
And when Iron Man came out in theaters in 2008, me and my mom went.
No.
And we walked out.
Why? Because you were scared of the terrorists?
She was scared. She was like, she was like, this is inappropriate.
She was
Your
scared
mom
of
was
the
afraid of
terrorists
the
at the beginning.
terrorists.
Well, they're like
She
torture.
couldn't get past the first 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, no, we left like immediately.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing even bad happens in that movie. It's very like PG.
Well, they kind of torture him, I think.
Yeah, but barely.
Yeah.
They like hit him.
Yeah, my mom was like, we're getting out of here.
See, well, he's a superhero. He gets hit sometimes.
Yeah. But I was pretty scared. Because I was like, yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, you pretended that was you in the chair. You gained empathy.
Yeah.
No,
the thing about Vinny is that he's an empath. He felt what Iron Man was feeling in that moment. He still hasn't watched. He still hasn't watched Endgame because he's gonna feel Iron Man dying.
I'm an empath, but only for Iron Man.
It's gonna be too
And when
much.
he comes back as Doctor Doom, I'm gonna get so evil.
Oh yeah. This guy's gonna kill millions.
You're gonna be like, this guy makes great points, actually.
Wait a second. This guy's onto something.
What he's cooking.
Dr. Doom's got something to say, and I like it.
But it's gonna be in reverse when he's Doctor Doom. You're gonna feel the pain of everyone that he hurts.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, that's
like
crazy.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's gonna feel.
You remember when Ghost Rider would pick people up and be like, feel the pain.
Yeah, I don't think he said that.
I'm gonna make you hurt.
Yeah, he reminds people of all the bad things that they did.
You killed a dog.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen. Let's go through and let's say what would happen if Ghost Rider picked us up and showed us his devilish eyes.
Great talk.
You can start.
I could start.
Yeah, go ahead. What's replaying in your mind? What's the worst moments of your life?
Well,
Like
not
the lowest points for you.
but it's bad stuff that you did.
Yes, the lowest points for you morally. What are those?
Well, I stole those Pokemon figures from my neighbor.
Oh God.
One
I don't know
time
if I can admit to stuff.
I hooked a fish in the gill and I buried it.
You buried it. Just throw it back in the water.
Well, I thought I killed it, but I don't think I did. I think I buried it alive upon reflection. But I was like, it must be dead.
It's flopping around.
So I buried it.
It's got to be dead.
Yeah.
That thing is dead.
So
I know
I
it.
buried it alive probably, but by accident.
Yeah.
So that's probably what Ghost Rider would show. He probably made me feel like being buried alive in sand
Yeah.
as a fish.
Mhm.
What about you, Tucker, huh?
I think he's gonna replay the moment in 5th grade when I plagiarized off of Wikipedia. And for my World War II presentation, I copied every weapon used in World War II from every country into individual slides. He's gonna replay that moment for me. He's gonna replay that time I threw a rock at my friend's head. Well, you're playing with rocks.
Of course, as you do.
Yeah.
We were trying to find, the best rock in the park.
You know that idiom, play with rocks.
Get hit by
your
rock.
rock.
But he found a rock I liked more than the rock I had. So I hit him with a rock.
To gain the rock that he had?
Figures.
Yeah, I wanted his rock.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, when I say rock, they were pebbles. They weren't like, it wasn't a substantial rock that I
It
like
wasn't a
slammed on his
stone.
head.
Yeah, I thought you.
I threw a pebble at his head and he cried.
Oh.
Oh.
Bitch. And then probably that girl I used to make fun of for smelling bad. Pretty much all of middle school is gonna be replayed for me.
Yeah, there was a kid in my school that we called Chicken Boy.
Because he smelled like chicken?
No, he
ate
had
chicken.
his whole head shaved except for a line down the middle and a little rat tail on the back, and it kind of made him look like a chicken.
Yeah, he
he's
kept
just
balking
cool
like
as
a
fuck.
chicken in the hallways.
No, he did run around and scream. There was something wrong with him.
Well, the girl I made fun of, we called her old pumpkin poop
That's fucked up.
because she
That's so
smelled
sick.
like a pumpkin that somebody shit in and it rotted. And she used to crawl on the floor and act like a dog.
Oh
I've been
my
there, you
God.
know.
As a like older in her life. And now like if somebody was doing that, I'd be like, cool, you're a furry, whatever.
You think she's okay now?
No.
She's so fucked up now. She probably
I bet she
discovered
was a
the
kid.
internet.
Yeah, I've tried to find her a few times because, I feel bad. Maybe I should message her and say, hey, I'm sorry.
I would never
But
do that.
no.
I always said it behind her back, so she doesn't even know.
I'm a firm believer in letting sleeping dogs lie. If somebody that wronged me in my past reached out and was like, I want to apologize, I'd be like, leave me alone, please.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't
Yeah.
wake up a dog when it's sleeping. But you should repent,
Yeah, but to God.
Yeah.
perhaps. All right, Jake.
Yeah,
what's
Jake.
Ghost Rider showing you?
Probably all the people that I like made fun of in middle school. Similar to Vinny's fucking fish. The time me and my friend were throwing rocks at his house, like at the foundation of his house, and there were there were weeds, and my friend threw a rock, and then out hopped this little bunny rabbit, and it was limping.
Oh no!
And my friend was like, "We gotta keep throwing rocks at it until it
Oh my
dies."
God.
And I felt really bad about it, but I still
Wait, you
did
did
it.
it. You did it, didn't you?
I didn't hit the rabbit at all because I was really bad at baseball.
Mm-mm.
But he
That makes
kept
sense.
throwing stones and hitting the rabbit, and I felt really bad about that.
Yeah.
What are all the
Um,
sports that you played growing up, Jake? I'm sorry to interrupt your answer.
Football, baseball, track, and wrestling.
That's crazy.
Nice.
I just know you were goated at wrestling. You look like a
Oh,
guy.
I only did
crawling
it
all
for a
over
year and I
people.
didn't like it.
Oh damn!
Nah.
You seem like a kid who'd be really into it, like too much.
Nah, he was like, that's gay.
It was kind of lame.
Wait, this is... Wait.
This ain't nothing like the
Fucking-
WWE.
Fucking
I
grabbing
think that
a
was my
guy by
actual
the
thought, is that
legs.
this is nothing like what I see on TV. This is actually really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Where the
So-
steel chairs at?
Which it is. If you compare it to what you see on TV, it's really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
There's a plot in the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid book about that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they do a wrestling unit and they're like, oh, it's going to be like WWE, but it's not.
I was like, how do you know that? But I just remembered that you read the whole
yeah,
book.
we read the books for the stream. Subscribe to our Patreon if you want to see us read the first four Diary of a Wimpy Kid books at the same time. It's basically.
I tried. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going back to the topic at hand.
No,
No, please do. Please.
I really tried not to do a lot of bad things in my life because I was ashamed of being perceived.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
And also, my dad was a cop, and I had empathy, and I didn't want him. It's not that I didn't want to get in trouble; it's that I didn't want him to get in trouble for having a delinquent kid.
So when you say ACAB, your dad isn't involved in that?
I say everyone except my sweet father,
Oh.
My sweet, sweet daddy.
All cops are bastards except for my sweet father.
Except for my sweet daddy.
except for Papa.
Did you guys ever go through a phase where you wanted to be a cop?
When
I
I was
wanted
in
to be a secret
kindergarten.
agent. Yeah.
Interesting.
Did you
wanna
guys
be
in kindergarten have to do like, or just elementary school in general, like do like a yearly choir concerts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the veterans.
No.
Oh, yeah, I did have to do that. We had to go to the old people's home
No.
and,
we
and
never.
sing them songs.
We didn't do that.
Yeah, we
In-
did that.
So like in kindergarten, we did like what we wanted to be when we grew up, and like you would say what you wanted to be, but then like our teachers wrote like little like 15-second songs that we would sing, and it was me and one other kid who wanted to be a cop. We talked about arresting bad guys, and then in
I
first
want to
grade,
shoot your neighbor's dog.
in first grade we did the zoo and we sung about zoo animals.
Mhm.
In the second grade, we sang about the aquarium and aquatic animals.
Ooh.
Sick.
And in the third grade, we did a Christmas concert. We talked about Christmas cookies and holiday hearts. That is the way the holiday
Interesting.
starts, by the way.
I had
was a
a
song.
Christmas concert every year until 8th grade.
Yeah, I think same probably.
Where
Well,
I
yeah,
had,
but this was specifically like little kids who didn't have a choice.
yeah, I didn't have a choice.
Oh,
You always have a choice.
I had to sing songs or I'd be in a Christmas play.
you're a victim.
Yeah, well, I went to Catholic school, so I already was, but but yeah, I had to sing songs until I was in like 6th grade. And then I had to play. You guys ever play the bells with a stick with the bell on it?
Yeah.
I had to play
No.
those until 8th grade. It's a stick with a fucking
Yeah,
thing that you hit.
you're just playing Jingle Bells.
Great description of what it is. And then in 8th grade, I had to sing Feliz Navidad. And I think
Ooh.
there was also a Christmas play at some point in there,
Mm.
but I don't remember.
Perhaps. Did you ever get hit by the nuns? Did the nuns ever hit you?
No, but I did have this one nun who taught me computers. Whoa, everything's computer.
Everything's computer.
No, but I would be in computer. You guys have computer class?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I would be in computer class and she would come up behind me and grab my hand and like move the mouse around. And that always made me really uncomfortable. And I didn't really understand why until much later in my life.
Interesting.
I wouldn't like that.
I have like the opposite story. In
You
second,
came when she touched you.
no. I had this. My second grade teacher was a yeller. She would yell a lot.
Old?
you can't
She
say
was
that, man.
old, but she's still kicking. I think I saw her like a few years ago.
Go off.
But yeah, in second grade, I had this teacher, and she was really strict, and she would yell a lot. And she would just be like yelling at the class, you know.
Mm.
But I always took it very personally because I was like, I didn't do anything. Why am I getting yelled at?
Yeah.
You know, even though she was just yelling at the class. And my mom talked to her about it.
Mm.
And after that, whenever she would yell at the class, she'd come over and pat me on the back to be like, hey, you're not in trouble.
Damn.
And honestly, it was really nice. It's a little
Yeah,
weird,
that's
but
great.
it was really sweet. So shout out to that lady.
I wish I had that. I had a Spanish teacher that was a huge, and I won't call her the word I want to say
Mhm.
because I think she probably had troubles at home.
Mm-hmm.
But she was so mean to me. She always give me lunch detention for doing bad on my Spanish tests.
Damn,
And I'd
they
have
can do
to-
that?
In Catholic school, yes, they can.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. That's the end of the story.
One time in school, me and my buddy were playing Thumb Wars in the back of the class, and I think it was like our 7th grade history teacher. He was also our homeroom teacher, and he fucking went berserk on us. He was like, "Why you guys hold hands?"
Hey! Hey! Back there! Hey!
Gay!
I spy with my little eye. 2 gay boys.
And it's fun because he was my grandma's neighbor, and I had been to his house before.
Damn, you were going to your grandma's neighbor's house?
Yeah,
I did that. I went to my grandma's neighbor's house. She taught me how to
Interesting.
play the piano. I'm serious.
Elaborate.
I believe you.
Elaborate.
Yeah,
he
and
just
I watched
teach you
Kate
other things?
Laszlo there too.
Did he teach you how to be a grown up?
Yeah, he taught me what my body.
He taught you how your body works.
Yeah.
This is how you piss.
Yeah, I need to hold you steady.
Whenever you
Stop
piss,
shaking around.
whenever you piss as a child, you get pushed back by the force of it. Your little body can't.
It's like a
handle
shotgun.
it. Yeah.
You
It's
fire
wow. Ah!
You fucking fly against the wall about you're breaking the sink.
Just cracking your head on the fucking on the concrete.
That's how many children die. Not from gun violence, but from the blowback of pissing.
From piss
Has that ever been put in
recoil.
like a 2000s family movie? Like someone really has to piss, and then they finally go, and it's like a fire hose, and they're like flying around the room with all the pisses
No.
flying. That'd be
But
funny.
somebody
Yeah.
get fucking Kevin James on the phone right now.
That'd
I have
be
the plot
really good.
for Grown
Somebody
Ups
to do
3.
that.
Yeah, we got Kevin. We got Zookeeper too.
Kevin, get over here right now.
You're gonna give a
Zookeeper
lion a
2,
shot, and then
you
you're
have
gonna
to
piss
piss.
everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, he's sucking the water out of the elephant's trunk, but it's too much water for the human body, so he has to piss it out.
And it shoots out of his wiener and then he goes
Yeah.
up in the air.
And then we tied into I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Okay.
I now pronounce you
then-
Chuck and Larry 2, the Zookeeper.
I've never seen that
Two.
movie. Is it gay?
No, they're
Gay
2 straight
firefighters.
guys who act gay. I think.
I bet that shit's offensive.
Oh, for sure.
I can't
sure.
imagine.
I bet it's not great. I bet that one doesn't hold up.
Kevin's definitely doing like the hand thing.
Oh, for sure.
I bet there's a slur dropped.
Oh,
For
I'm
sure.
sure. Yeah.
But shout
For
out Kevin
sure.
James. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, it's really sad what happened to him.
That's my
Hit
king
by
of
a
queen.
bus.
Went down a dark path.
Yeah,
Heroin.
heroin, and then that bus thing.
And then that was it.
Of course.
Oh shit. Do we want to do a sewer scoop perhaps or something like that?
Sure thing. Can I grab another beer?
Yeah.
All right.
This just in. We've just received a press release from Paramount Pictures regarding their latest film, slated to be released on Paramount Plus this fall. From the minds that brought you The Fairly Odd Parents, Fairly Odder, and Yellowstone, comes a new film that is sure to bring the entire family together just in time for the holidays. Coming fall 2025, the movie is called Mud Dog. Mud Dog follows a lovable German shepherd named Lucky. His forever family, the Wilsons. I don't know why that made me laugh for some. God, he's a fucking shepherd, dude. There's just one quirk. Lucky loves to get covered in mud. AI fucking movie. Don't take this mud out. Wait. Oh, I thought I unplugged my mic for a second. I'm sorry. Don't take this mud outside on a rainy day because he's ready. He's headed right for that wet dirt. Lucky will roll, jump, and wag his way into any big puddle of mud, but also your heart. The Wilsons adopted Lucky after their son, Timmy Wilson, was diagnosed with ADHD to help him cope. Timmy was elated, but didn't know he'd be spending his summer cleaning mud out of the carpet. Mud Dog has been nearly 10 years in the making, with production beginning all the way back in 2015. The film experienced some controversy after nearly 17 stunt dogs drowned in what is only known as the Mud Masters Mud Gauntlet. From a sequence that was originally slated to be the climax of the film. After the news broke, the scene was cut, and animators have spent the last 8 years painstakingly using CGI to cover Lucky in that wet brown slop. Mud Dog is streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus this fall. Better bring a poncho.
I'm excited for this movie.
Mud Dog sounds
pretty
fucking
good.
awesome.
The way that I write these now, I just think of a couple words and I put them together.
Yeah.
And I was just like, mud, a dog.
So we were just talking about dog movies. Maybe Mud Dog will be in Zombieland 3.
Oh, that's true. Zombie Mud Dog.
Those 17 stunt dogs. That's Mud Dog 2 in Zombieland 3.
Oh, that's true. Mud Dog Revenge of the Fallen.
How many dogs do we think were fucking injured on this set?
Which movie?
Mud Dog.
I said 17.
Yes. 7. Well, those are just 17 that drowned. There might be more.
Oh, there might be
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Well, it's like Milo and Otis. You guys remember Milo and Otis?
Yeah.
Like 100 dogs and cats died on the making of that fucking movie.
Oops.
Oops, another one.
Oh, killed 100 dogs.
I think when you get into triple digits, you're doing it on purpose. At some point, it's not accidental anymore.
Yeah. If Ghost Rider grabs you, that's what you're seeing on those dogs that you killed.
That's true. The Milo and Otis creators are burning in hell, and they're just surrounded by evil
Just like
dogs.
in between takes, they were grabbing those dogs. Just like,
Yeah, anytime a dog
Beat the
acted up, it
fuck
was
out.
going off the bridge.
I will say, in regards to our podcast, I do think we talk about dogs dying far too much. I think every episode we
okay.
talk about dogs dying.
Tucker, you can cut this out, but we can't be Chinese and we can't talk about dogs dying.
Oh no, I have stuff to say about dead dogs later.
What are we allowed to say?
Oh God, is it in the ad?
Maybe.
Oh my God, I just think there's something about it that speaks to us.
It's just so
specifically.
horrific that it's like funny.
Yeah, like 9/11.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's so bad that we just can't help but make jokes.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
just so fucked up that 3 white guys would be saying stuff about a dog being slaughtered that it actually comes across as hilarious. Well, all I have to say about Mud Dog is that I'm hoping that there's some sort of deal with Sony Pictures and there's a crossover with Spider-Man.
Okay,
No more
Venom Dog.
Sandman. Mud Dog.
Sand Dog.
Oh, I'd love to see Mud Dog like dive into the symbiote.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, remember the scene in Spider-Man 3 where Sandman becomes mud? So that whole fight scene, but it's Mud Dog with the train, and he's pushing Sandman up against the side, or Mud Dog up the side of the train.
Help me! What the Mud Dog? You're hurting me! Thank you. That was Spider-Man 3, but with a dog made of mud.
That's Mud Dog cross Spider-Man.
Put Mud Dog in Fortnite. Fuck you.
Bring back Colombo.
Oh, fuck. Colombo.
Colombo's dead and gone.
If you're a Fortnite head, you got to look up Colombo right now.
Yeah, Colombo. I love Colombo. That's really the only... If they brought back Colombo, I'd come back to Fortnite.
If you're driving on the highway right now while you're listening to this, stop the car.
No,
and
keep driving.
Speed up but take your hands off the wheel and look up Colombo Fortnite truth.
Hey Siri, show me Colombo.
If you're in a Tesla, just
CarPlay.
go on YouTube and type in Colombo.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Google, show me Colombo.
Shit.
Google. Okay, Google wet Colombo.
Colombo 4K truth video.
Colombo spread oil.
Colombo real name revealed.
Grok, show me Colombo.
Grok, show me naked Colombo.
Alexa, what is Colombo?
Alexa, order 15 Colombo figures and send them to my stepdad's house.
Okay. Siri, Colombo berry juice. Right, because they were Colombo berries? Colomberries?
Yeah. Colomberries, yeah.
Colombo rules.
Yeah, Colombo's sitting on his berry stash 4K wet sloppy mess.
Colombo squishing berries with spread toes.
Yeah.
Illustration.
Colombo Souls picture. 4K. MySpace.
Colombo Microkini 2015.
Colombo Facebook pictures from Laguna Beach.
Yeah, Colombo Facebook summer vacation photos.
You guys ever jerk off to a Facebook page?
All right, do you guys want to read through? You guys want to read the next story from Kevin?
Yeah, let's hear from Kevin.
What does Kevin have to say this week?
I don't know. You tell us, motherfucker. Kevin was busy this week, so we reached out to his friend Joshua to write in. Here's from Joshua. Hi there, Sewerboys. Thank you for letting me write into your show. I'm a big fan. I did not have time to write a full story of my life, but I stuck a page from my diary. Monday. Dad says the bruises are just a symbol of love. And that is from Joshua's diary, a friend of Kevin. This is news.
If we have some really talented friends out there, can you illustrate that like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, please?
Yeah, please.
I fucking need that on my wall. That's so good.
We need Kevin merch staff.
I need
for
that specific diary entry with like an illustration of him with like a black and blue arm.
Shout out Kevin, shout out Joshua.
Shout out.
His children that we're friends with.
These children that we met.
Well, it's a parasocial relationship.
Yeah.
They write into us. We don't like them.
We didn't solicit any of this. They just won't leave us alone.
We don't like
We do
them.
give them the attention, which is
They
just
found our they found our Roblox video and they
yeah. We wouldn't be YouTubers if we didn't interact inappropriately with children. Cut that.
That's true. That's true.
cut that.
This week's episode of the Sewerboys Podcast is brought to you by Blue Batter Gorge. Looking for a place to store that thing you don't want anyone to find? Head on over to Blue Batter Gorge, conveniently located next to the Burger King at 501 Tunnel Boulevard, San Francisco, California, 94134. That also functions as a ghost kitchen where they sell gourmet meatballs. Nice to meatball you. Blue Batter Gorge is the best place to go when you're hiding that thing you don't want anyone to find. Did your neighbor's dog pass away under mysterious circumstances that you don't know anything about, but if they find out, you may have some legal problems? Did you have too much of your special stuff last weekend and decide to get back at Jason Blackburn from high school, who invited you to a sleepover, but instead of showing you the Xbox Kinect he got for Christmas, like he promised, he tied you down and forced you to watch PETA videos on Facebook, Clockwork Orange style, and you ended up taking things a little too far? Blue Batter Gorge is the place to go. Prices normally range from $100,000 to $450,000, depending on the size of the thing you don't want anyone to find. But when you schedule an appointment online and use code SEWER, you can store 2 things for the price of 1. That's 2 whole things you don't want anyone to find just for the price of 1. Head on over to 612XG4MLY34K.onion and use code SEWER when scheduling your appointment. That's code SEWER when booking your appointment at 612XG4MLY34K.onion. Thank you, Blue Batter Gorge, for the sponsorship.
Thank you, Blue Batter Gorge.
Thank you, Blue Batter Gorge. We appreciate the money.
Might be your best work. That's really good.
Blue Batter Gorge. I mean, I will say I've placed some things there.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of things I don't want anyone to find.
I am in immense debt.
How did you hide your debt there?
No, I didn't hide my debt. I'm in debt because of Blue Batter Gorge.
Oh, you spent all your money hiding.
Yes, because I don't want them to find it.
Yeah, you don't want them to find the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, shout out.
Thank you for sponsoring us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everything's computers.
Everything is computer.
I love Tesla.
I love Tesla. Man.
I can't believe you said Tesla, dude. That's so fucking... Unfortunately, he's the funniest fucking person on the planet.
I know.
Did you guys ever play Infamous on PS3?
No.
Cole McGrath be like, I love Kessler. Nobody will get that.
Yep. Yep. One listener just perked up from their office job at their desk, and they're like, "Infamous!
I get it.
Kessler
Dude,
mentioned
Infamous!" And everyone around him at the cubicle is like, "Are you okay?" And it's like, "No, these guys are talking about Infamous."
Shut up, Jonathan.
And then everyone
I
just
told
puts
you
their
not to
AirPods
talk
back
anymore
in.
in the office. You're not allowed to talk unless it's about work. What did I say?
Sorry, I was listening to the Sewerboys podcast.
What did I say? You're not allowed to listen to a podcast. I'm going to go get Miranda, the manager.
Okay, I dare you, bitch.
You gonna fuck around?
I'm Miranda, the manager. No podcasts. Because I'm
gonna
evil
listen
and
to
I
whatever
work.
I want.
Miranda,
Miranda,
you need to respect Miranda. She's a woman in the workplace.
Me, I'm the woman.
I refuse to respect women,
Oh my
especially
god!
in the workplace.
Wait,
Okay.
wait. I have a story. When I worked at that call center for like 2 months,
The evil one.
the evil one, yeah, where I was slinging fake credit cards and doing those phone calls where we say, "Would you like to switch your energy service?"
Ghost Rider's showing you that.
Yeah, no doubt. I will go to hell for that. I didn't know, and I should have known that it was sketchy whenever I applied for the job, and they emailed me in like 10 minutes. But I was desperate for money. I got onboarded with another guy. And he was a strange guy. He was like, "Oh, my girlfriend's 18, but she's got my truck." And he would borrow the truck, and then he would sleep.
But she's got my truck.
Yeah, but he would
If
sleep
you
in the
were
truck
17
outside.
or 19 to be okay.
No, this dude was a fucking freak. He would watch. I have a picture of him watching Star Trek Into Darkness on the fucking computer at work. He would just watch movies all day. Because never mind. I want to tell the actual story. But he quit. He quit earlier than I did. He quit like a month in. I probably put up.
Well, he got enough money to buy back his truck from his 18-year-old girlfriend, I think.
Actually, no. But I was talking to the managers because the management liked me because I was a goody two shoes. They were like, "We're going to get you on track to be a manager soon," because they liked me so much. They were like, "You're really good at this," and I was like, "Thanks." It makes me feel evil. But this guy, he quit, and they told me that his reason for quitting, he was like, "Can I only deal with the male management because I don't like being under a woman?" He was like, "I don't feel comfortable answering to a woman." So,
That's so crazy.
That was crazy.
That's a low-key my dream, being under a woman.
Hey, zing.
Bazinga.
But yeah, his reason for quitting was like, "Can I only deal with the male management because I do not feel comfortable with a female manager?"
That's fucked.
So shout out that guy.
I shout out to that fucking fuckhead.
Yeah, I hope that he finally saw Star Trek Beyond or whatever the fuck the
I hope
third
he got
one's
his
called.
fucking truck back.
I hope to God he got his truck back. He needs that.
Mm-hmm.
An 18-year-old woman should not be driving.
Okay,
a truck.
fucking dox him.
Fuck that guy. I don't care. But yeah. Oh my God. I love Tesla.
I'm trying to think of any workplace issues I've had.
You've had many a job too, more than I've had.
Yeah, I worked at that salad place. I'm not going to drop any names. I worked at the salad place. I worked for that company. And I worked for that other like production company.
Yeah.
But honestly, mostly good experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I worked at the salad place, I worked there in college, and it was Hello Bistro. I worked at Hello Bistro in college, and I knew it was like a temporary job. I just needed some money to buy beer, basically.
Yeah.
And it was like literally like my last day there, and this girl I'd worked with for like 6 months looks at me in the eye and says, "Hey Tucker, what's my name?" Covers up her name tag. I say, I didn't get it. Didn't get her name.
That's
Still don't
so
know
fucking
it.
good.
I
Did she get mad? Did she get mad at you?
No, but she knew.
She knew that you didn't know.
Yeah, because I showed up, I zoned out for 8 hours and fucking made salads. Like,
it's crazy. I wouldn't trust you to make my salad.
oh, I made a good salad.
Did you?
There was this guy. Oh, this is my special guy. He came in and ordered the same salad every day around 1 p.m. and I loved him. I always made him his salad right. That's why he kept coming back.
Yeah, you did him right.
Yeah. And in the back, I used to cut up the chicken and I just eat some for myself. Just raw fingers on that chicken, bro.
I used to do that when I worked at, I'm not going to mention the bakery place. It was Dunkin' Donuts. When I worked at Dunkin' Donuts and I was the baker, I would set aside more than my allocated donuts for the day, and I would just snack on them.
Wait, was there a donut allocation?
Yeah, I was allowed 2 donuts of any kind per day. So I would eat my 2, but then I would take a couple like extra glazed donuts, and especially some of those munchkins. I hid munchkins for myself.
Oh yeah,
because I was there for like 9 hours, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
A Tupperware container in your pants right on your nuts, and you would just unzip your front.
Well, the thing they don't tell you about like restaurants or fast food joints is that they don't feed you. So
don't.
you need to just steal the food.
But on the Bear, they do family dinner or whatever the fuck.
That's not a fast food restaurant.
They don't do family dinner at Dunkin' Donuts.
And
no,
most of the time, artisan restaurant.
Most of the time they would forget I'm back there. But like sometimes the girl at the front, the little cashier lady, she would come back and be like, "What kind of coffee do you want?" I'll be like, "Mocha, please." And I'll be
lovely.
like, I would be in the freezer, like shivering.
Dude, the freezer, awful place. Terrible place.
I don't know if I've ever been in a freezer.
It's scary.
I
feel like I might get stuck in there.
Little known fact, and hopefully we don't get fucking sued for this.
I doubt
it. We can't get sued.
You sign an NDA?
Allegedly parody.
Allegedly, but true because I worked there and I saw it firsthand. But allegedly, every donut at Dunkin' Donuts is frozen.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Do they say that they're fresh?
No, I don't think so.
I feel like they want to imply, but all that shit's frozen.
If you go to Dunkin' Donuts expecting a fresh donut, you're a moron.
Yeah, you're wild.
Also,
for that.
don't get the glazed donuts because I cleaned it, but the other dude would not clean the glaze.
How do you clean glaze? It's a liquid.
You're supposed to just get rid of it, and get it new.
They're using like old glaze.
He would reuse the glaze for like several days in a row.
Oh,
which is really gross.
Glaze. I didn't realize that they were like, oh, I guess that's how they combat waste.
Yeah.
They like cycle it through. I never considered that. What if a fly flies in there?
Yeah. And that it's very possible.
Oh my God. I don't want to think about that.
You can swallow a fly. Didn't you read the book about the old lady who swallowed a fly?
Yeah.
She died.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't get me started on that fucking mouse. If I see that mouse one more time.
Oh my God. So wait, what was your job at Dunkin' Donuts, Jake? What
I was a baker.
So, but they're frozen. So
that
you
makes
just
so
put them
much
in
sense.
The fucking microwave or whatever.
Well, like by baking, I just mean I would take the donuts out of there, and they would have like a sheet of like all the allocation that they wanted for the next day. So they wanted like let's say 2 dozen of the fucking like custard filled.
Yeah.
So I would just fill them and I would ice them. There were some that we had to bake. The bagels. Those I had to actually bake.
Yeah, need me a shot who's filled with custard.
Yeah, there were some ovens there, but there was very, very few things that I had to actually heat up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
I
okay.
worked at
All the donuts
go
were
ahead.
hot. All the donuts I had to put through that little like pizza oven thing.
Well, yeah, you had to defrost them.
Yeah, that way they heat up.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I haven't worked there forever.
Donuts.
And I had to wake up at like 3 a.m. every day to go to work.
Oh my god.
See,
that
I could never do that. I could never work a job where I have to get up at a strange hour.
Yeah.
See, I think I prefer that, honestly.
Nope. No thank
I
you.
liked working the night shift where I would be there from like 2 to like 11 or like 3 to 11.
Interesting.
Instead
I didn't know
of-
they were open 24
Instead
hours.
of 3 to 11, the 3 to 11 in the morning. That's
They're probably not open 24 hours anymore post-COVID.
Yeah,
but-
no, there's nowhere that's open 24 hours anymore.
Yeah,
It blows my
my
mind.
Yeah, it
Dunkin'
sucks.
Donuts was not 24 hours. Well,
Oh, but you...
they were, but I didn't need to be there 24 hours.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I used to be a busboy
Ooh.
in my
I'd hate doing
hometown,
that.
and I saw some gross shit there.
Yeah.
Just because, like, it weird. People who order lemon in your water, you're a freak for that.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
They are putting their fingers all over that lemon.
oh,
They
that's a
got-
good point.
Fingers stuff in
I'm
your
gonna stop
water.
doing that.
Yeah. Who knows what's on them fingers?
If they next time someone asks me, "Do you want lemon in it?" I'm just gonna scream really loud.
No! No!
Say, show me the lemon box.
Show it to me.
Because they do have a box of lemons
Show
that
me
people
putting-
stick their hands in.
Show me using tongs to put the lemon in my water.
They don't do that. Nobody does that.
Well, I need to see it.
And people would just like eat food off of, I think this is like common in restaurants. People just eat food off of the like leftovers that people left.
Oh, ew, ew.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's disgusting.
That's
Like,
really fucking gross.
Not all, it wasn't like, oh, somebody ate half a sandwich. I'm going to finish this sandwich. It was like, oh, there's fries or something, you know?
No,
I
not
get
even
it.
that, man.
Yeah.
I do think I
agree.
would break. I do think I would break. I'd be like, fuck, I
Yeah.
want some fries right now.
If you're there
Well, if,
every
like-
night, like,
yeah.
If they barely ate anything and they sent it back for or whatever, like I could take a couple fries. But if I knew those fries were sitting out,
Yeah.
mhm.
I'm not touching those.
You can usually clock how clean a person is though by looking at them.
Yeah,
And that's when you can judge a book by its cover sometimes. I'll say it.
you are allowed, and it's actually morally just to judge people by their cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people look very clean.
Some
and I
people
would
are
trust
fucking
them
freaks, and they look
with
like
my
it.
fries. That's true.
I went to a middle school dance one time and I was having diarrhea, as I often do. And I was in there pooping, and a bunch of older kids came in and started banging on the stall.
Oh my God, that's happened to me.
Yeah, it
That's
was the most terrifying thing that's ever happened to me. It's like,
Terrible.
they're gonna see my little wiener. They're gonna see my wiener.
Yeah, I had diarrhea at school one time, and this kid I really looked up to in like 8th grade
Yeah.
came in, and he says,
Who's in there? Oh my fucking God.
and I just didn't say a damn word. And then he says, "Is that Tucker?"
oh no.
Yeah, that's
I
my
said-
fear is like people recognizing
Yeah.
me by my shoes.
Oh, my
yeah.
God, every day at work.
Same.
I always be squirting at work. and my hope is that my like close knit coworkers see that I leave for a certain amount of time and they don't go to the restroom.
They don't follow you in, but
But they don't listen.
they don't learn.
They don't catch a vibe from me walking
They
away
don't
for
get your
10
shit
minutes.
vibe.
I get really pissed when I go to the bathroom at work and like one of the stalls will be closed because I'm not going in there
Oh,
to take
yeah.
a shit if I'm not the only person in this bathroom.
Oh, absolutely.
And then when-
yeah, no.
When I hear someone come in and I hear the other stall door close and lock, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah, sitting next to me. We're basically on a bench.
Yeah.
You know, shit right next to me.
I get
I
this.
know that this is a trodden road, but I will fucking say stalls are one of the most barbaric fucking things. Why is it still this
Interesting.
like we need to a toilet should be in a room by itself. There should not be any openings.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I am pro stall. I don't use a urinal anymore.
No, I'd never use a urinal unless I'm absolutely drunk and nobody is in that bathroom.
That's fucking crazy.
I'll use a
I don't get
urinal
that at all.
if I'm drinking.
I have no piss shame, but I do have poop shame.
I don't have piss shame necessarily, but like I started using the stall, and I was like, actually, this is lovely. I feel way better in this.
Yeah.
No,
Situation.
I don't
I
notice
just want
any-
privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't really notice a difference. Like I go to the urinal and I'm like, I'm all good here.
Although
Although
there's a controversial take.
Mm.
I think we got to bring back troughs.
Ugh.
You guys ever piss in a trough?
Yeah, like a baseball game or something.
Yeah. I kind of miss
would-
them.
I would like those urinals that go all the way down. They start on the wall
like
and go all the way down.
like in an
See,
elementary
my
school.
issue with those is like
Yeah.
if you're wearing shorts, you're getting piss on your legs.
That's true. I
I had a little piss on my shin.
Yeah, you ever piss in a urinal that's got a lot of splashback and you're like, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is the one bad thing about urinals is the splashback. I'm like, oh, I'm like covered in piss now. Got
Yeah.
pissy
I
legs.
If you, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just hate that every podcast turns into talking about shitting and pissing.
But this is relevant, I think. This is important.
Totally. But sometimes,
Yeah, we're saying it.
sometimes
This
when
time.
I go number 2
Uh-oh.
and I stand up and the automatic flush is on,
Yeah.
I get really worried that there's shit splashback on the back of my legs.
That's so scary. Oh my God. One time at work many years ago, I had to poop. And here's a fun question. Do you guys, whenever you poop in public, do you put your pants onto the ground or do you like just pull them down a little bit?
Depends on the stall that I'm in.
I almost never put my pants on the ground anymore.
Even at home?
Even at home, yeah.
That's so interesting.
If I'm in a stall where there's like a gap that possibly someone could see through, pants down, underwear at knees.
Uh-huh.
If
Yeah, it's
I'm in a totally private one, shit all the way on the ground.
Yeah. See, here's the thing here's what I'll do is that I can't shit if I've got my pants up like this. I feel confined, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I do always go to the ground. But if somebody walks in, then I'll quickly be like, I'll reach down and pull them up really quickly.
I don't go all the way to the ground. I guess because I cuff my pants all the time too. So
Yeah.
there's a stopping point. But
That's true.
I go a little lower than the knee usually. But if there is someone in there, I do pull up just like
Yeah.
at the knee, like I'm in a fucking movie and I'm afraid to show my penis.
Yeah. But it's fucked up because the truth is that if somebody looks in there and sees your wiener, that's on them.
Yeah, don't look in there.
Yeah, don't look.
It's not for you.
You fucking freaks.
When you guys are at bars and say you've had a little too many libations, and you go into the stall to take a piss,
Of
Yeah.
course.
but someone's already pissed all over the seat.
Yeah.
Do you clean their piss
No.
of fear that someone will go into that stall and think that you did the piss?
I'm afraid of piss-borne illness.
So here's the thing. Occasionally.
Interesting.
It depends on the setting, and if I'm at a bar, probably not.
Yeah.
But sometimes that happens at the workplace, and I do clean the piss.
You got a seat pisser at the workplace?
Oh, I have many a seat pissers at the workplace.
That's crazy to me.
I have plenty of seat pissers, but I also have a bunch of people who don't wash their fucking hands after they're
Oh.
pissing.
Yeah, that's fucked
It's
up.
really
I love to
fucking
wash
gross.
my hands.
It's
Sometimes
disgusting.
when I'm at home, I don't wash my hands because like
Sometimes,
I know what's
very
happening,
rarely. Yeah.
and I know
Very
that like
rarely.
my dick isn't that dirty. I don't have a dirty dick.
I'm not with you guys at all. I'm like OCD about my hands being dirty, but
I'm like at home 99% of the time I'll wash my hands. In public, 100% of the time.
Oh, absolutely in public.
yeah.
Yeah, it really depends on like because I can kind of feel my hands are dirty,
Mhm.
and if my hands are feeling dirty, I wash my hands.
See, I got sweaty hands, so
You get sweaty palms,
yeah. I feel like I gotta wash
Yeah,
them regularly.
weak knees, yeah, heavy arms.
And I'm full of spaghetti, whatever you fucking said.
Yeah, mom spaghetti.
I'm
Yeah.
nervous.
Going back to the stall in the bar, I will
Yes.
clean the seat of all the piss with like a ton of fucking toilet paper. I'm not getting anywhere near that to my hand. If
Yeah.
there is another person in the bathroom, if I'm the only one, I think I can get out quick enough that it looks like maybe I just went to the urinal and I'm washing my
Yeah.
hands when someone else comes in. No big deal. But if there's people in there, I will clean it really quick and then go wash my hands.
Can I
No.
ask your method? Are you rolling up the toilet paper on your hand? You're wiping it down. You're touching the piss with your hand.
No,
Or
I'm
you're pulling
crumpling.
a little bit. You're okay. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll grab some of the paper and I'll hold it up like this, and I'll kind of just drape it over the seat.
That
and kind of
doesn't
just go around.
work. That doesn't do
It goes.
anything.
It does enough. It
No,
does
I'm
enough.
getting like
'Cause
I
it-
have toilet paper here to use as tissues, but I'm going like this, taking
Yeah.
a bunch, crumpling it up, and then going.
Mm-hmm. I just don't want their piss on my hands.
Yeah, I'm doing, but like I also don't want people to think that I'm the seat pisser. I'm a serial seat pisser.
No, see, here's what you do. Here's what you fucking do. If somebody's waiting to use the bathroom after you and you're drunk and there's seat piss, you walk out, you look them right in the eye and you say, I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Or
if
you just start making it sound like you're throwing up.
Oh, interesting. Or you pretend like you got something wrong with you.
Yeah.
If
I have 4 holes in my penis.
If a toilet is like clogged with shit, and I go in to take a piss, I will come out, and if there's someone in there, I'll be like, "Hey, if you go in there."
Now, see, for me,
there's
Poop
shit.
City.
if it's clogged with shit, all bets are off. I'm pissing in there.
Yeah,
and if there is piss spray on the seat or something,
Yeah, it's not your problem.
I'm leaving.
no,
it.
that's not my fight. That toilet is beyond help.
This is not my war to fight.
My favorite type of toilet to find is one that has just been vomited in.
I've never found those.
One time I was at Topgolf. And I walked to the bathroom and I just see an open stall and there's just puke all over the toilet, like onto the wall, and I'm like, good for this guy.
What an absolutely horrible night, puking at Topgolf.
That's
It was probably his birthday.
Terrible. But like, you're only there for like 2 hours. How much are you drinking, man? At Topgolf?
Well, you get they have the special cups there.
Yeah.
You get the 9th hole margarita or whatever the fuck.
I went to Topgolf last Wednesday night, and we did have quite a bit of shots. We probably had, I think I had like 4 Blue Moons and maybe 4 shots. And we were there for like 2 hours. I didn't feel that bad. We went out drinking afterward. We stayed out till 2 a.m.
Yeah, well, you're an adult. I think a lot of
this was probably a child.
fresh 21-year-olds or younger with their fake IDs are going to Topgolf and getting plastered.
That's true.
I can't imagine being like, I'm going to go to Topgolf and get drunk.
You know, talking about it, I'm like, we should go Topgolf after this.
No, on a Thursday.
Yeah, hell yeah. There's probably less people there. Thursday's New Friday, by the way. We've been saying it for years. Stick with it. Get with it, bro.
No.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Maybe I have a few ideas.
Shit, man.
I think I'm convincing you. I think maybe we go Topgolf after this.
No, fuck no.
Think about this. You, me, golf club, golf ball, bunch of grass, and six to 8 beers.
That sounds lovely.
A mango margarita.
Mango margarita, the birdie margarita or whatever.
Yeah.
Hole in one fucking vodka Red Bull.
You know your fucking your Topgolf experience is fucked when everyone's like, let's do picklebacks. It's like,
oh yeah,
I love a pickleback.
That's what you're so fucking sick.
I love pickles.
You're gross.
That's pickle flavor. I'm actually
No.
I don't eat pickles, but I do like the flavor and the juice.
No,
You're
I
such a
just took the
fucked up
whiskey. I
yinzer.
gave somebody my pickle juice.
I'm a yinzer, you just said?
you're fucked up yinzer.
Yeah, go down.
Get down to the pub, watch the pit.
Gotta watch the pit on HBO Max.
They're talking about Permane Brothers.
Yeah, giving Permane Brothers watching the pit on HBO.
What's a common yinzer thing to say? They like call like these things. What do they say? They're like thems or something.
Use.
Use.
Yeah, it's
Those.
like use, but it's like
Those D's.
but it's something
Nuts.
like that. But I heard it for the first time recently.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like use.
Thems?
YOUS.
Dems?
Maybe it's thems. Maybe the guy was referring to
A group of non-binaries.
no. Like inanimate objects as thems. Like thems things.
Yeah,
Dems
I mean, like,
things,
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like uncles and grandparents that say thems.
I don't think
So-
anyone who talks like a yinzer under the age of 40 is doing it for real. I think they're just making that up to
Well,
be special.
I have noticed since I
Valid.
left the city that it comes out a bit more.
I do say down. I do.
Dan.
Yeah, I do hit it down.
Well, I just said that, and I said more at. So it happens.
Oh, was it an at?
No, it was like thems or something.
Oh, because they always say an at, you know,
And that
an at.
my scariest moment in my life, I think, is when I sharded. I've only sharded like once in my life.
I don't think I've ever sharded.
It was scary as fuck.
I don't doubt it.
I've done it before, and it was real bad.
Yeah,
we can't,
just like
no more.
I know.
It's glummy.
It's glummy. I had a glum moment.
I'm glummed.
I just glummed.
I just glummed.
My bad,
pants.
brother. I glummed.
Pretty glummed.
I'm glumming.
Me to my wife. Oh, honey, I glummed.
Get the rag.
Wait, why does it? Hold on.
Naked
Who
in the
plays
bed,
who plays the
glummy.
BFG? I'm just looking at this real quick.
I think it's Steven Spielberg.
Steven
No, he directed it.
Screaming Spielberg.
Michael Caine.
No, Mark Rylance plays him, but why does he kind of look like John Cusack?
I fucking hate John Cusack.
I love Hot Tub Time
Kind
Machine.
of looks like him.
Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
Kinda
Love
looks
and
like
Mercy.
Yeah,
I hate
that
him
movie
in-
sucks.
I hate Love. Well, I like the Paul Dano parts, but
Yeah,
I hate
Paul
the
Dano
John.
rocks, but-
I hate the John Cusack portions.
It really does kind of look like him.
I've been playing a lot of Cine 2 Nerdle lately.
Yeah,
It's
it
so
rocks.
It's so fun. I enjoy it so much.
Speaking of John Cusack, just tweeted Tesla.
Tesla.
Yeah, I love Tesla, Elon, special cars. Did you guys hear that the reason that they did that is because Elon was sobbing in the Oval Office and Trump was worried about him?
I just thought that
I want that to be true so bad.
the economy is crashing and Tesla stock especially is going.
Well, I think
way
Elon
down.
is like having a mental health crisis.
Well, I'm sure there's fucking people. Well, and this isn't a defense against Elon at all,
Yeah.
but there's people just blowing up his cars everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure he is having a fucking
As they
crisis.
should.
Be a
But,
better
Yeah,
person.
absolutely.
but
Yeah.
I do love that man is tormented. Like, and he does carry that kid around because he's worried somebody's gonna shoot him. But he's like, if somebody's gone far enough where they shoot a public figure, but not far enough where they shoot a child, I want to know that person.
Interesting.
Like,
That's a crazy take. What you just said.
I'm just saying, if you're like terminal,
If I'm like Terminator.
if you've got some terminal disease,
Yeah.
do it. I'm not gonna say what. I'm not gonna say what you should do, but
Buy a Tesla.
you should do it.
You should buy a Tesla.
Don't cut that. All right, here's a Reddit.
Me at my son's birth, but I have to scroll social media.
Sorry, baby. I gotta reply to this "Am I the asshole?" thread. It's really important.
Wait, did you guys see that? I saw some tweets from Grok yesterday,
Oh no.
the official Grok account, that were basically saying that Elon's racist.
Oh, I didn't know the Grok account could tweet.
It can tweet. Yeah, if you like at Grok, it will respond to you.
Oh,
You're like, Grok, what's up with this? And it was like, yeah, this guy is kind of racist.
Oh damn.
It was just like, it gave examples of his racism, and then it was like, it's up to you. Like,
Yeah.
you decide.
One more politics hit before we move on.
Mhm.
An article came out today about Kamala and Joe. Haven't talked about them in a while. Shout out.
Yeah.
Kamala.
But they said that Biden before the first debate called her and basically like yelled at her and was like, you cannot distance yourself from me.
You cannot distance yourself from me.
The exact quote was, "No daylight, kid."
Kamala.
Remember
No
who you are,
daylight.
Kamala.
Yeah. He like yelled at her and he was like, you can't distance yourself from me. It's crazy. And that's why she didn't.
Yeah, that's fucked.
I know. Shout out. He ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He beat him and then he made him the president again.
Yeah, and then he's fucking, smiling
Yeah.
when Trump wins. Like,
He's
he's a
like,
fucking idiot.
welcome home.
It's your home now.
It's your home now.
Oh, this is your baby. It's your beautiful baby.
Take care of my cars.
Red, white, and blue.
Respect the flag. I need you.
Oh, Donald. Oh, it's glummy.
Biden would fucking say it's glummy and rip ass.
Much glummy.
And Trump would just be like, frankly, my pants are dry.
He's farting.
He shit
remember
himself.
Do you remember that Joe Biden clip where he's
me.
talking to our old governor Tom Wolf and he rips a big fart?
Yeah.
It's glummy. I'm making glummy. Yeah.
Oh no, I made a glummy. Oh, it's all glummy. It's coming down my legs.
I love glummy.
I miss him. We're President Grandpa.
You think I don't know my own shit in my pants? Listen, fat. Listen, fart.
Bo, somebody shit my pants.
Bo's ghost, take me into the light. I've made glummy. Bo, it's glummy.
Mr. President, we need you to sign these important files.
It's glummy.
Oh my god, I wish that was his catchphrase. He would have he could have run on that. He could have won again. If he
Make America glummy again?
Yeah.
Oh shit, can we make that a hat? Make that merch?
The world's first shit president. He's all about shit and important.
I'm gonna be
Mr.
the shit
President,
president.
What's your take on Gaza?
Oh, no, it's a little glummy over there. I'm not so sure. Israel's making it all glummy. I'm making wet. I sent them $5 million.
It'd be so funny
glummed.
if
All I wanna
Biden didn't
see-
have a filter and just every time he shit or anything, he just said what the texture was. It was like, oh, small and bumpy.
Hard turd in my pants.
Ripping my ass.
Straight liquid. running down leg.
All right, go to the thing.
Where's my doctor?
Where's my dog?
daughter?
Where's Champ? Champ.
Look at
Where's my dog? Where's my dog? Bring me back my dog.
Mud dog. Champ Biden is mud dog.
Jeff, where's Jeff?
Now we talked about at the beginning about how we felt about Harold Ramis. What if they put Champ Biden in mud dog?
Well, I bet.
Officially.
I think that Joe Biden might. He signed up for SAG, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's gonna be in Mud Dog. I think.
They're scanning him in.
Yeah, he's in the new Hideo Kojima game.
Well, Joe Biden's going to live forever through the power of AI
Yeah,
and
the
VR.
power of
Biden is,
Kojima.
Biden's gonna be in DS2. He's gonna be one of those little babies. He stayed in that pod too long.
He's like one of the holograms that you deliver the fucking packages to.
Where's
He's
my
like,
mail, Daryl Dixon?
Oh,
Thank
you
you
imagine-
for the toilet paper.
Could you imagine him being one of the babies and like he starts crying? He's like, oh, and you have to like shake him, and he's like,
yeah, you
you gotta shake
shake the
baby
controller,
Biden to
shut
sleep,
shut fucking Joe Biden up.
rock him to sleep. We should make that. We should make a flash game. Don't wake up, Joe.
I think we can. I think we can do that. I think with the power,
Yeah. All right,
Wake
let's
up,
read some
wake
with the
Reddit.
power of Adobe.
Shout out Adobe for real. All right, here's a Reddit. My grandma was an amazing cook. She had this one special recipe for her homemade stew that she only ever taught me how to make. Ever since I was a kid, she'd have me in the kitchen, showing me the little details, exact measurements, little tricks, everything. She even wrote it down for me in a little index card before she passed. Cooking it makes me feel close to her, and honestly, I kind of see it as our thing. Well, a few weeks ago, my cousin Sarah asked for the recipe. She said she really missed Grandma's stew and wanted to make it herself. I told her I'd be happy to make it for her sometime, but I didn't want to give her the actual recipe because it was something special between me and Grandma. She got kind of upset and said I was being selfish, that Grandma would have wanted everyone to enjoy her cooking. I told her that if Grandma wanted her to have it, she would have given it to her. Now, my aunt and other cousins are saying I'm being ridiculous, and that's just a recipe, and I should share it instead of acting like I own Grandma's memory. I just don't see why I should have to give it up when she passed it down specifically to me. But now, with everyone mad at me, I'm starting to wonder if I'm the asshole.
Absolutely, you're absolutely the fucking asshole. Fuck you.
No.
Oh, shit.
I'm 100% on her side.
Really?
100%. Yes, 100%. That is their thing. Exactly what she said. If their grandmother wanted everyone to have it, she would have given it to everybody.
Bro,
I'm being dead honest.
The grandma didn't know what the fuck was going on.
How do you know? You don't know that old bag?
I know grandmas.
She thought it was gloomy.
No, I'm with OP here, man.
That's fucking
No,
crazy.
fucking share the wealth of your grandma's treats.
No, if my grandmother gave me one of her recipes and it was like our thing that we made together, and one of my cousins said, "Hey, can you bake me Graham's fucking peanut butter fudge?" Or like give me the recipe to Graham's peanut butter fudge, I'd be like, I'm just gonna make it for you. You're being
Interesting.
selfish by taking this special piece of my grandmother away from me.
Can you explain to
It's
me
your
how it affects
family.
you though? Like how does giving it away lessen the memory?
Because that's your special memory with your grandmother. That's your piece.
You
of,
have
it's
you
like
have
it's
the
like having
memories,
your
though.
it's like having your grandmother's ashes. And
No, it's different.
and-
It's not the
and-
same
No,
as
no,
that
no.
at
It's
all.
like having everyone. So your grandmother dies, and everyone gets a little urn with a little piece of her ashes. And your cousin comes over,
Real.
and they're like, "Oh man, I really wish I had grandma's pinky finger, but I know you have it. You'll still have a little bit of her ashes left, but I just want her pinky finger." I'd be like, "No, the fuck."
But
No,
the
no,
stew
no.
recipe
Okay,
is not a
hold on.
finite thing. There's infinite stew to be made.
Jake, how about this? Your best friend is a doctor / scientist.
Okay.
They're gonna say your best friend's a dog. I'm on dog mode.
This best friend has terminal illness unknown to mankind,
Okay, not making it out of this one.
but he gives you the cure for cancer. You don't give people the cure for
That's
cancer.
not even close. That's
It's the
even
same
more
thing.
bizarre than my thing.
Hey,
No, it's
the
not.
cure for your depression is your grandma's sweet treat.
That's true.
Pass it
I'll
on.
make it. I will make it for you. I'll make you as much as you want.
Okay, will you make the cure for cancer?
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's my thing. It's mine. That's mine.
Interesting.
No, that's
See,
like
this-
that's like okay. Here's the thing. So real world example. My grandfather has.
Wait, here we go.
No. I feel like this counts. My grandfather has a pair of like vintage boxing gloves. They're gonna go to my dad, which will probably go to
Okay.
me when my dad eventually goes.
Maybe if he likes you enough.
If one of my cousins or my nieces and nephews, like
That's different.
60 years from now, are like, hey, maybe we get a little crack at the boxing gloves.
Jake,
you're giving examples of physical items.
Finite.
Like that's different.
But the stew is not finite. You still have the recipe.
Wouldn't you want to like have her memory live on through the food?
Timothy Chalamet. let's
Okay.
say the Bob Dylan movie. Woody Guthrie only gave Bob Dylan a song, like gave him the sheet music for a song. That was his special thing with Woody Guthrie.
Okay.
And let's say fucking Joan Baez was like, "Oh, you have Woody Guthrie's song? Can I have it?"
No, Bob would have passed that on. He was a dick. Bob was a piece of shit. He
That's
would have
true.
passed
Bob
it on.
was not
you know what? I'm
sentimental.
playing the fucking villain. If John Cena's a bad guy, so am I. I'm the fucking bad guy here.
Here's my real world example.
No.
My grandma passed away. I loved her cooking, and she had like a cookbook of like a ton of her recipes that were handed off to her. You know, my mom and like my aunts and stuff. And I've had the thought many times that like I would like to digitalize that cookbook and like make it into a website to share her memory and like pass it on to other
Yeah.
people, because the food rocked my world as a kid and as an adult too. And I think that's something actually beautiful to actually give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, and like you could make it for somebody, you know, but it'll never be the same anyway.
No, I'm
Whatever.
reading this. I'm reading this. There's most of these are saying you're the asshole, but there's a few at the bottom that say not the asshole. And I like to read a few of them.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Personally, not the asshole. There are loads of recipes out there. Your grandma gave it to you. If you don't want to give it, you don't have to.
But that person's wrong.
Not
Jake.
the asshole. If grandma spent time showing you the recipe in the kitchen, she could have very well done the same with her other daughter or other granddaughter.
He might the OP might have just been there at the right place, right time.
That's
you know.
true. That's
Not
true.
the asshole. This is your recipe. Feel free to share or not share.
No, it is
Yes,
not your
that
recipe.
is her
It's your
recipe now.
grandmother's.
That is her recipe now.
No, it would be her recipe if she made a new one.
See,
If she played with that recipe, made something new out of it, that's her recipe.
not to get all communist, but you can't own a recipe. It's a recipe. Recipes
can own what
belong
you
to us
want.
all.
You can own what
Well, I
you want.
disagree.
I don't
with
believe in
that.
private property.
We own a podcast, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If I had a home, I'd own it. You're not
True.
allowed in unless you're
Here's another
asked.
comment. It's giving, you have something I want, so I'm going to guilt trip you vibes. You offered to cook it for her, which is a W. If she actually cared about the memory, she'd appreciate that instead of throwing a fit.
Yeah.
Is there any context for if they have children or if they're how old they are?
I don't think so. No.
No.
Because if your cousin has kids and wants to make their grandmother's recipe for their
Great-grandmother.
children, their great grandmother,
Yeah, this is their grandma.
the cousin,
Yeah, the cousin and them.
yeah,
OP.
but the cousin wants to make their kids their grandma's recipe.
Yeah. Sure.
I think that's fine if they're spreading it in the family.
Interesting. I will say, my grandma used to make me these really yummy noodles. And I called them Nana noodles because she was my Nana. And towards the end, they started always tasting like chemicals and perfume. I was
Oh.
like, interesting. And looking back, I'm realizing that she was cooking them with rancid olive oil.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say she was cooking them with her perfume.
No. She did this thing because she kind of lost her mind, and she would do this. She would not throw food out, even though when it was clearly bad, and she would still use it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that was.
Did you, when she handed you the odd smelling noodles, did you say, "I want none of that"?
And with that, I think that's the end of the Sewerboys
Is it?
podcast. The Sewerboys podcast drops every Thursday at 7 a.m. on all platforms with a video version exclusively on YouTube. If you enjoyed the show, please rate the show, follow, and leave a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram and X.com, the Everything app, for all the latest at Sewerboys HQ. If you want to help us keep the show going, please consider subscribing at patreon.com/SewerboysLive. Folks, we started a Patreon. If you want to support us, that is the absolute 100% best way to do it. That is where we want you to go. You get extended cuts of every video and podcast. So you get all sorts of extended stuff. You get full access to the Sewerboys stream archive. That's over 100 hours of content right there. You can see all of Sewerthon, our 24-hour live stream that we just did. You can see all sorts of stuff. And behind the scenes content, updates, things like that. So again, we're really taking a big swing here. So please subscribe to the Patreon. My God, patreon.com/SewerboysLive.
Also subscribe on YouTube.
And subscribe on YouTube, obviously. And hit
Mainly
like,
subscribe on YouTube.
but give us $5 on Patreon.
No. Mainly subscribe on YouTube. You don't have to give us money.
Why are you undermining me, motherfucker?
Well, I'm just saying that if they subscribe on YouTube, then we get more subscribers. It's just like a snowball effect. And then 0.25 of them will subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah. Just subscribe to the Patreon. Don't listen to this guy.
You can do both.
You can do both. That is, you want to do, we call that a sewer combo. You do both.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, folks. We're going to get out of here, and we'll see you next week.
Glummy.
It's glummy. Jake, say it.
Ooh, it's glummy. Editor, make me shit myself.